Today we'll be painting this bread. I really had fun painting this and I really like how fluffy it looks in the end. There's also a longer version of this video available, the full real-time thing, so if you have any time left, be sure to watch that one as well. Happy painting! Now, I like this composition a lot because here on the picture you see the paper is leading towards this baguette is leading to that baguette, and they also have this beautiful line here, so your eye can follow all this play of lines. Of course, it's a painting and you're allowed to deviate from it in any way you might seem fit. Now, let's start with getting that sketch on. So, if you have it side by side, you can either just do it by the eye, or you can have a indication like that where to put which line. Here it's slightly higher. And this is by no means a detailed or very precise sketch. I like to look at the outlines first, get those in, and then connect them. A few colors on here: titanium white, cadmium yellow medium, yellow ochre, and burnt sienna. And outside of the screen is some ivory black. I think with these colors we can get a quite good base to start with. Yellow ochre, burnt sienna. Here you can see it's a quite okay match to start with for these darkest places. And then from that pile, I'll create a new pile, which will have a bit more yellow ochre to it, and is slightly lighter. We can always add more colors to our palette if we want. Now I'm continuing with a slightly bit of cadmium yellow. But as you see, this is much lighter, so we're also adding a pinch of white. And when adding white, it always gets a bit more chalky. Let's add some yellow to that to warm it up. And some burnt sienna. Brush-wise, I'm planning to use these 3 brushes. A small flat one, a bigger flat one, maybe not even using this one, and a small one which is slightly rounded. I believe they call it a filbert. And we'll just start with those darker areas. I'm taking a little bit of paint and just rubbing it on. And you see already you get a bit of a texture play going on there. Okay, it's just getting some darks in there. Just rubbing it out there. And this is just titanium white. Rubbing it out a lot. And because of the undercolor, which is a very thin layer of acrylic, by the way, so it's easily to dry, you get this nice warm effect. To already get a bit of the background color in, because you know we have this a bit muted gray color, and I really like that because it really makes the bread pop. As you can see, that's quite nice. Clean my brush, all I do is rub it off in the tissue. And I'm good to put fresh colors on there. Just duckling on there. Here will be the darker part. And now that that first smudgy or scrambled layer is on there, and the paint also flows a bit smoother on the panel. can create kind of a lost edge. Lost edge means that you don't really see a difference between this bread and that bread. Ivory black has a tendency to be a bit on the bluish side. So here you get this bit cooler gray when it's mixed with the white we already mixed, the lighter values we mixed. So this cools it down a bit, which I think is nice for these shadows. To go a lot darker, and that's when we're really putting thicker paint on it. You know, without paint you cannot paint. That's for sure. And burnt sienna is a quite transparent color, and as we use that as a base for our shadows, it might be that you go over it a few times get to the level where you want. So I'm slightly bringing in that nuance in my color as well. And just dabbling. You know who also did like a lot of dots on making bread? Johannes Vermeer, a famous Dutch painter, lived a couple of 100 years ago. But he really used a lot of little dots to create beautiful effects. Here I see it's slightly grayish. So let's see if we can put that in the painting too. Again, not too concerned about an exact copy of every little fluff. Now this is not pure white, what I'm using now. So I'm smoothing out some parts there to make the lighter values blend a bit with the darker ones. That's also to create that illusion of depth. Making those fluffs stick out a bit there at the edge. And quite sharp also. What you also always see with these traditional breads is that they have these specks of flour on them. And just by dabbling on it. So I think we can reuse the background color in our bag. Sometimes when you think you're done, you decide you're not. Because your eye stumbles upon a part. I think, hey, I can add something still here. Now, just a little bit more. There. And there we have it. Thanks for watching this video. And if you learned something about it, please give a thumbs up. And of course, if you'd like to learn more, then it's advisable to subscribe as well. Happy painting!